there I was, creating a new Minecraft world because I was bored. With no other explanation, I finally wanted to make my own world where I'm alone, but I want to make content and be able to progress as much as possible. With my goals already stated, I finally created this world. I've been procrastinating it for over a month now, and I finally got to create it. In the first couple seconds, I opened my map and started cutting down this tree. Yes, there was a cut in this because I didn't want to show it all. But then I go instantly into mining because I needed coal. Luckily, I found coal while I was mining, and I found some iron. It was a really good head start. After that, I instantly started exploring because I knew the best thing I would need is a village. So if I looked for caves and a village at the same time, I knew it would be the best idea. After I found this cave that had so much iron, I got one piece of coal and started adventuring more. I was getting food and... So after I started getting some food, I realized I started getting low on hunger, but I wasn't too worried about it. I was only 2.5 hunger bars low, and I just kept exploring. After cooking my food, I started getting a little bit of wool and got some flowers because I could dye all the wool to be the same color so I can make a bed so I won't have to fight the mobs on the first night. As I start crafting the wool, I know that this bed will be super useful because I want to fight creepers, which can one-hit me while I'm in full netherite armor and not enchanted, and I won't have to worry about skeletons aimbotting me. I found this giant ravine that I thought could have a lot of iron, so I instantly tried to find a way down. As I think of bed clutching to the bottom, I thought it was too risky, possibly dying and losing 4 levels. That wasn't much, but I decided to just slowly build down. I saw a gravel hanging on the side, which I was about to jump off of, but then I decided to break it first when I realized that it wasn't a full block. I knew if I could get down here before the first day ended that I could get tons of iron and possibly even get a full suit of iron armor. I was really tempted to do a bed clutch, but I knew on Bedrock Edition they weren't as good as on Java, so I decided not to. I just decided to slowly get down with my cobble. As I missed that a little MLG with the block, I was terrified, worried to die with no spawn point being hundreds of blocks away from spawn. I look for iron all over the place and I find so much, enough to make a full set. But after I slept, that was when day 1 has been finished and day 2 has finally begun. Just a disclaimer, this is not a 100-day video, it's just my own world that I'm going to make tons of videos on. After getting more iron, 34 iron to be exact, I decided to start smelting it. But as I start smelting it, I also realized that I need to go find more iron. So first, I make a little hut where my furnaces and crafting table are, and get enough cobblestone for another furnace, and then finally I can start smelting all my iron. So as I smelt all my iron, I think about what I'm gonna make with it, even though I forgot that I had enough to make everything, every tool, and every necessity. I could have just gotten a full suit of iron armor and tools and get a shield, but I decided not to. But I did get a lot more iron. I got 23 extra iron to do anything with. So with my 30 iron that I just smelted, I made myself a full suit of iron armor and a shield. It's pretty quick, only on day 2 that I do this, so it's not my fastest, but it wasn't slow. Okay. So after I did that, I wanted to make tools. I thought I didn't have enough iron, but I just made the sticks that I would need. So then I made a pickaxe, an axe, and I was about to make a sword, but I thought it wasn't worth it. I wanted to cook the rest of my iron, but I wanted to cook my food at the same time. So I decided to cook my iron first because it would be a little bit better than food, especially because I already had some cooked food. I wanted to explore more of the ravine, but I knew if I died, it would be too risky. So I didn't explore both sides. I decided just to explore one. So I just kept looking around, and I didn't find much more iron after that. After going to the left side of the ravine, I found 2 pieces of iron and some coal, but I wasn't interested, so I just got this lava bucket and went back. I don't know why I got the lava bucket, but I did. Around 24 minutes into playing, I realized that I was advancing very quickly. It was definitely worth what I was doing. I was trying to parkour around, just getting iron, and then I knew right after this I needed a village. If I didn't get a village, I knew there would be a very big setback, knowing that I can't get enchantments from villagers, and neither can I get armor from villagers. So I knew that I had to find one, because if I didn't, there would be so many things that I wouldn't be able to get, because my plan was to get prot 4 from villagers and make a full enchantment table. This is the exact recipe of the full enchantment table. This is all you need for it. It didn't require too many items, only 45 leather, almost 2 stacks of wood, and a couple stacks of sugarcane. So I knew this would be really easy. I just need to find a villager that can either sell bookshelves or a village with books. But I decided that would be too hard, so I decided just to make a cow farm, but that is not in this video. After taking around 3 minutes to get out of this ravine because I struggled so much to use the water bucket, but I did it in the end. It was a little difficult, and this isn't even sped up, just a lot of it got cut out, the amount of times I fell and all that. But here I found a spruce biome, and I thought that I could find a spruce village. But I wasn't really going to get my hopes up because spruce villages aren't the most common because the trees do make their spawn rates a little less. So I really wanted just to find a plains biome so I could just find a plains village. But it was getting close to nighttime and I really didn't want to die. Knowing that one creeper can one-hit me because it is hard mode, it wouldn't have been too fun. Even though this isn't hardcore, I would have lost all my progress and I wouldn't have any stuff and I'd just be at the spawn, which was just an ice area. These zombies really did come out of nowhere and I just had to run. Scary, and I don't know why, they kind of were really annoying me. I wanted to sleep so they could burn, but I forgot that the message would say you may not rest now because there are monsters nearby. And they were really getting on my nerves, so I decided just to kill them with this sword, which has the most reach apparently. But after I killed them, I decided to go sleep. And when I finally wake up on this day, it will be to day 3. After around another 10 minutes of exploring that I really just had to cut out because it wasn't interesting, I finally found a village. I was really happy and just needed to get to it now, especially because I saw a blacksmith from the corner of the screen. I was just trying to get all the food and cows on the way because I knew that would be useful because I didn't have another way to get food. This cow wouldn't stop dodging the fire. No matter where I put it, he would just get away. And it was really annoying. So I just tried to aim it as much as I can. And I just missed every time because I just rushed it. But I was already starting to get a lot of leather, and that was a really good thing. Because I had a lot of spare iron, I didn't want to risk killing the iron golem and possibly dying. And I didn't want to get rid of the protection of this village. I tried shearing these sheep for a lot of wool, but they were so annoying and only gave me one. I was better off killing them. But that sheep gave me 3, and he was a really good guy. That one only gave me 2. No, he's bad. So after farming a lot of hay bales, which you will see later on in the video how much I actually have, it is insane how much bread I get from this village. Like, I'm sorry, villagers, I scammed you. But I just keep finding more. But this village had something that I didn't expect. So many blacksmiths that I don't even think I'll spoil it. There was my first blacksmith of this village, and if you look closely you could see the other one, but it wasn't really in shot, but whatever. I was really happy about this loot because now I would have more iron armor. I decided to get rid of some stuff that I didn't want, including some wool, but it was completely fine. I keep looting these houses, and I forgot that this was the blacksmith house. That guy will be useful later. I found the second blacksmith, which you could have saw before, and this was an even better one. Getting a lot of obsidian, enough to finally make an enchantment table. Just needed diamonds. More hay bales. So far I found 2 blacksmiths, and I'm just gonna say it now, there were 3 blacksmiths in this village. The one to the corner, okay, there was one to the corner of my screen, but it's gone now. But here is where the next one is. It is right in the corner of my screen, and it was insane. I didn't even realize it until like 10 minutes later. I needed a house, so I started thinking of an area to make it, and I felt like all these places were good. Near the village would have been fine, but then I wouldn't be able to make villager farms. But near the swamp would have been fine, but then slimes would attack me. So I decided to put it in the middle, but you will see in a second where I actually put it. I decided to put it near the middle of the village, and I put it near the swamp, which would be out of range for the slimes to detect me, but it would be out of range for the villagers to detect their old beds. So I decided just to set up camp here, putting chests and a bed. This was about to be day 4, and that's pretty good. I still was thinking about getting more food, but there was the 3rd blacksmith right in front of me, and I still didn't even realize it. But when I turned back around after getting some sugarcane, I finally realized that it was there. I decided to loot it, and I really hoped for good loot. Realizing I had so many spare sets of iron armor, that would be really useful. So I took all of it, and I was happy with it. I slept to enter day 4. When I wake up on day 4, I see a zombie right next to the villager. I see him attacking him, but I jump off the mountain to kill it as quick as I can. I should have become hero of the village from that. I wanted to go back up the mountain, but for some reason I struggled. But I went back to my house, and finally I crafted all my hay bales into wheat, and then all my wheat into bread. And trust me, I wouldn't need bread for a really long time. These are all the goods that I got from the village, and I was really impressed. So many sets of iron armor, and I had a lot of spare iron in my inventory. I needed to chop down some trees so I could finally start building my house. This was my first near-death experiences, 2 drowned and 1 with a trident. I really had no way to defend against a trident because they were in the water, which means your shield won't work while you're swimming. So unless I got to the ground and risked drowning, I couldn't kill it. But I really wanted that trident, but there wasn't 100% I got it. But I decided to go in, and after 2 more crits with my sword, it wouldn't die. I was terrified because half my health is gone right now. But I just kill this other giant so he doesn't get in the way, and I just get some sugarcane because I'm too scared to fight it. But I decided to go back because I thought that it would be really worth it, and maybe, just maybe, I'll get the trident. As I hit it for its final crit, I was so excited when I got this trident, knowing that I can make an automatic trident farm from Bedrock Edition using a trident, which wasn't really necessary, but you could have if you wanted to. Here I start building my house. I wanted to make a house like a mansion. What you just saw me do is make a chest and put water on it. That's where I put all my valuables, like my iron and my trident, because I didn't want a creeper being able to blow it up. Credit to skip the tutorial. I really wanted to finish this house, but I wouldn't have enough time to do it this video. I really wanted, but just making the outline would have been good enough, so that's what I did. I started making the outline of the house, and I started kind of adding the windows. I really started counting all the sides because it was really hard to just measure it in your head. So I counted them out loud, but I don't have audio for that. So after I chopped down some more wood and I began to finish the outline. The house was uneven, meaning that I'd have to make an odd door. A two-sided door with a block in the middle, but I decided that I think in the next episode I will make a piston door. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, I guess. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.